Hi everyone, I'm Shania. Welcome to Yum's Cuisine Island Treasure Hunt. If you enjoy different dishes from different cultures, ethnicities and countries, then this is the channel for you. What I would like for you to do is please click the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you'll be the first to see each and every time I'm uploading. Today we are going to be making banana bread, and it's loved by so many people. But today we're going to give it a little twist by making a banana flambe to go along with it. So come on, let me show you my ingredients for today. So our ingredients for today are, we have here some vegetable oil, flour, nutmeg, cardamom and clove powder, cinnamon sticks, mixed extract, vanilla essence, Angostura bitters, allspice, baking powder, baking soda, castor sugar, salt, evaporated milk, and of course our bananas. So take a look guys, these are our ingredients for today. This is what we'll be using in the kitchen. So let's start with our bananas. I have here 3 overripe bananas. You can tell by the color of the skin with these dark spots, which are a lot. So you want your bananas overripe because at this stage they are really sweet and the best for banana bread. So just get all your bananas peeled and into your bowl. So now all you want to do here is crush your bananas. I'm using a fork. You can use a hand mixer, a food processor, anything you choose to crush your banana with. You want all those lumps out and you want to have a smooth consistency throughout. So I'm going to complete mashing and I'll be right back. So I'm back and this is my crushed bananas. I have here 2 eggs which will be going into that mix. First I'm going to clean off these rank. Well, we call it rank here in the Caribbean. We're going to take out the rank from the egg so that the banana bread wouldn't be fresh or rank smelling. And normally each egg has 2. So you want to ensure you get all of them out. So we're just going to whisk the eggs and we are going to incorporate the eggs into the banana paste using our whisk. And guys, if you noticed, I only used 3 bananas in this recipe, and that's because the last banana is to create the banana flambe, and guys, it's going to go really well with the banana bread. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding my sugar, and I'm using castor sugar as it's a finer grain to the granulated sugar. You want to put in all that elbow grease and whisk away. Adding more sugar, and now you can add as much sugar as you like. You don't want it too sweet because the banana flambe is going to have that sweetness as well, and you want it to complement the banana bread, not take away from it. So now I'm adding my vegetable oil. And guys, I know you see me using no measurements. Trust me, my ancestors talking to me heavily right now. But relax, the recipe will be in the description box below. So here I'm adding my milk, and you do want to combine everything properly. So you want to whisk, whisk, whisk. So now I'm going to be adding my Angostura bitters, and this is one of my favorites, whether it's cake and pastry or food. Then my vanilla essence. And guys, you could add any spice that you like. My mixed extract. You could add spices or take out the ones that you don't really like. You want to combine this well. Make this recipe yours. In the kitchen, you want to be creative and innovative. So now I'm just adding my dry ingredients to my flour. And and then I'm gonna incorporate them all. I have here my baking powder. I added before my allspice, my nutmeg, my cardamom, and my clove. Now I'm adding here my baking soda. Now you just want to use a little bit of this, 1/4 teaspoon perhaps, because this is really pungent and it's gonna take over the taste of the banana bread, which you don't want. I'm gonna also add some salt, and as we know, this salt just heightens the flavor of everything in there. I'm gonna use in some cinnamon powder, which I grated. Fresh cinnamon or fresh spices is always better, and you want to incorporate that well into your flour. Now that we have our dry ingredients, we are incorporating it into our wet ingredients, and you always want to go a little bit at a time, so you don't want this batter to be too thick or too thin. So you need to control how much you add and how the batter ends. So I'm adding some more flour, and guys, get those elbows going. So I'm adding just a little bit more flour, and I'm gonna leave back some to flour the pan. Yes, I'm using this flavored flour to cover my pan when I'm spreading my butter, so that right through we're gonna have flavor. So you wanna incorporate that well. Get your pans greased by the time. If you're using cooking spray, that's fine, but you want to ensure that you put a piece of parchment paper at the bottom so that the cake would not stick to the pan. So as you can see, I have my greased pan with my parchment paper already, and now I'm putting my flavored flour, and I'm gonna cover the grease in the flour. Now to adhere the parchment paper to the pan, you want to put some grease at the bottom first, then put the parchment paper in, then grease the parchment paper before putting the flour and the entire pan. I find that butter works best. It ensures that your cake slips right out. Now I thought I was gonna make it into two, but I want a really thick banana bread, so I'm just gonna make one instead. So now let's get this in the oven at 350 degrees. So now that the banana bread is baking, let's move on to the banana flambe. I have here approximately 2 tablespoons butter, and I'm gonna have this melted in my pan. You want to ensure that you're doing this on low heat. As you can see, my stove is on low heat, and now I'm adding my brown sugar. Yes, you can use granulated sugar if you choose to. So I'm just gonna have this melted, and then we're gonna move on to the next step. So now that you can see here, the bubbles and foam has started appearing, and this is an indication that it's ready for the banana. Now when adding the banana, you want to add the banana face down, as we want to build that caramel color. I have here my lemon-lime Gingsen up, and this is gonna add so much flavor to our banana flambe. Now you can use any flavor that you think will go well with banana, and it's gonna be perfect. Orange juice is a great option, or pineapple juice. Now I'm adding my crushed bay leaf, and I'm using dry bay leaf along with my half stick cinnamon. Now this is additional flavor that we're adding here, and now it's time to flip the banana. And as you can see here, we've got that caramel color that we wanted to create at the bottom of the banana. So now it's time for more flavor. I have here some vanilla essence, and that's approximately 1 tablespoon, along with my orange bitters from Angostura. You know I am all about flavor every time, and this is gonna do just that. So now we're at my favorite step, and you want to ensure that you turn off your stove for this part. We are now going to add our alcohol. I'm using Malibu, which is a coconut rum, along with some whiskey. You can use any alcohol, flavored alcohol preferably. When doing this, you can use a banana liqueur, anything that you think will match the flavor of the banana. So you want to turn on back your stove at this point. And now the alcohol is heating up. What we are going to do now is we're going to tilt the pan to the edge of the flame so that the flame can ignite the alcohol in the pan. So as you can see here, our flame has ignited and our pan is on fire, and I mean literally on fire. Don't mind my bay leaf getting burned earlier. That is just gonna add additional flavor. And this is our banana flambe. Look at that flame, it's so sexy. Yes it is, guys, for me. So now you want to ensure that all the alcohol evaporates from the banana flambe. You want to ensure also that you have a cover close by in the case that your flame gets too large, so that you can cover it down. And it's simple as this. This is our banana flambe, my take on the banana flambe, and you could have the same results. Just try the recipe out and enjoy it. Always remember to have fun in the kitchen. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time to do so. Please click the subscribe button and the notification bell. Share and comment on all your social media platforms. And if you want to see more videos like these, comment in the box below so that I can give you the content that you require. Thanks again. Bye.